If you are an adventurer, somebody who likes to go where nobody else has gone before, you know, the outdoorsy type, or actually, if you just want to pretend you're that, then the Jeep Wrangler is definitely on your wish list. And it's obvious that the world agrees with me because since 1986, more than 5 million have been sold. And according to Jeep, about 4 million of those are still on the road. If that's not testament to the capability of this car, I don't know what is. We're up in the Western Cape test driving this car. As you can see, we've already put it through its paces. We've done some amazing tuning and we're going to do a lot more with it. So come and have some fun with me. The big news is, well, the big screen. So previously on the previous model, you would get the 7-inch or the 8.4-inch. Now across the entire range, you get this 12.3-inch screen. Comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you can sync 2 phones simultaneously via Bluetooth. You then also have an array, there are 7 USB ports around this cabin, both Type A and Type C, which is actually very, very handy. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same. You've got a couple of really nice soft touch materials in here. Overall, I think it is a nice cabin for that 4x4 ring, that feel. I wouldn't say it's, you know, necessarily the most luxurious interior, but it does, again, give you that rustic sort of go anywhere feel. Is the 3.6-litre V6 naturally aspirated engine, and in its place is now a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol. Gives you 200 kilowatts of power and 400 newton meters of torque, so it's ever so slightly down in kilowatts, but it's up by about 53 newton meters so for torque. It is a punchy engine. There is no denying it's easy enough to overtake, you know, on the highway, etc. I think the only real letdown is on the highway, which is an awful thing to say, but because this is so capable off-road, and it's amazing off-road, that's where you want it to be. So the sort of NVH levels, which have been improved since the previous one, definitely, I mean, you can actually really notice it. It's still very loud. There's a lot of wind noise, a lot of road noise when you're up to sort of national speed limits. When you're cruising like this, I'm not going particularly fast, it's fine, it's comfortable enough. It's refined enough, but I don't know if it compares up to some of the potential competitors where everybody's into a very sort of snazzy, fancy pants SUV that can also go off-road. But Jeep buyers, I don't think are worried about that. When it comes to fuel consumption, so it's 11 for the other models, 11.9 litres per 100 k's on the Rubicon. I'm currently sitting at 17. However, we have been doing a bit of tuning. But when I was on the highway, I was checking it out and it was at 14. I don't know if it's going to come much lower than that, which is a bit of a problem. So this kind of gives me a bit of Jimny vibes when I say it's fabulous off-road, but you don't really want to be driving it to the off-road. You know, you want it at the off-road, you want it at your holiday house, you want to drive it to your holiday house. But, like I say, Jeep lovers love a Jeep, and it's just going to remain a desirable car. I think we are just grateful for how far the Wrangler has come since its military days, now offering more comfort and, dare we say, luxury? 3 models are on offer, the Sport, the Sahara and the Rubicon. The Sport model runs on 17-inch steel wheels, while the Sahara has 18 alloys as kicks, and the more off-road focused Rubicon boasts mud-terrain tires on 17-inch alloy rims. But most interestingly is that we are no longer going to be seeing the 2-door body style on offer. Only 4 doors all round. They will all come with a hardtop, but you can opt for an electric soft top, which will cost you around 60k. You will also notice a revised version of the famous 7-slot grille. Now, I mentioned the word luxury earlier. I can't say that it really oozes luxury. It's maybe only when compared to its former utilitarian self that you see how far it's come. But don't be fooled. This is an off-roading beast. So that's a wrap on what has been a very long day for this Jeep Wrangler launch. We are now in Rooiberg. There are a couple of animal droppings around us, which I'm not sure what kind of animal, but they are massive, so I'm going to make this link quick.
Pricing ranges from 1.2 million rand for the Sport to 1.3 million rand for the Rubicon. To put it into perspective, that's roughly 800,000 rand more than a 5-door Suzuki Jimny, but nearly R500,000 rand less than the equivalent Land Rover Defender.
As I said earlier, the Wrangler is going to remain desirable. And I think one of its most core appeals is the fact that, well, there's nothing really else like it on the market.